Um, Hello, and how are you? My name is Christopher, and I was born and raised in Nairobi, and I'm 38. Um, I believe I have solutions that actually can really help change the way we are actually living within Kenya. And this solution is not just geared to just anyone. I'm targeting actually the political fraternity. A time has come that we as Kenyans, we don't only just look out for solutions from the government, but we also can also provide solutions to the government and to the officials within the government. So I'm calling out to any government official or any aspiring candidate for the presidential election to actually reach out to me. I believe I have a very practical, simple, applicable, a national-based solution that will actually not only create jobs but also enable a lot of things that are actually stalling right now to happen. Let me just give a hint and say, aside from tax collections within the government, this particular solution I'm offering will not depend on government money, but it will also have around 4.8 billion income every 30 days. That's enough to do a lot of funding. And this particular funding will not be handled by any politician whatsoever. This will be implemented and applied and worked on by the citizens under the governorship of any president that will be sitting. So this makes it quite easy for it to operate like that because it will be attached to the government, but also not affiliated or connected or used by the politicians. So this will be a pure project that actually will take the words practically, where the citizen participation will be fully embraced. And I believe by the end of the plan implementation, Kenya will have been at a better place than it is today. The economy will actually change. The solution I'm offering is actually something that will take away, or rather, will bring about uh, uh, at least over 90% of the changes that we need within the economical setup. And jobs will be for sure, real jobs, 100%, and it will be in every single county. So any youth who is actually watching this, just know this plan has you in mind, and this is very practical. It's not going to be worked on by the government itself, but it will be under the governance of the president, but it will be fully under the control of all the citizens. This is something that has not been implemented anywhere else in the world as we speak today. The only place I've seen something similar but not fully as to what I have is in Rwanda. And Rwanda has taken something that has actually benefited a lot of people, but I wouldn't want to go into details of the video. And I would like to call out on any leader who is daring, who would like to actually change the lives of the Kenyans practically without depending on funding from the government itself, the setup. We have seen a lot of disappointment because of the way people are operating. And to be very honest, the corruption that is within the government is something that was born within the 1960s. So it's not something that one sitting president can actually work it out and kill it. It's not going to be very possible. But we can use very unique ways of eliminating and diminishing and weakening it until we finish it completely. So this particular solution is actually something that is actually going to just eat out the corruption within the government. So this is actually going to empower fully the financial aspect of the common citizen. So if you're watching this video and you know this is something that touches you, definitely you have to share it. Just share it with anyone until it reaches the right people. We need solutions that actually will work for us, not for any politicians. We want something that will work for all of us. We don't want to see few people benefiting and few people getting rich. We want all of us to participate in getting rich, getting employed, and having solutions that are well laid out. So the political point, let me just a few highlights is one, it is very possible with the solution I have to have fully funded education all the way to the university. That is one. Two, with the solution I'm offering, it's very possible for all the disabled to be fully catered for their entire lives. We're talking about for them having jobs that are actually mandatory, for them to get jobs, for them to get housing mandatorily, for them to get education freely. Privileges for them are something that we don't want to miss out. We want to have them benefit fully, because I've seen them suffer so much, and I believe the solution I have will actually take away all the frustrations of the disabled. Actually, it's the situation that is in Kenya today is actually very pathetic. When you look at the disabled, you would want to cry, but you don't want to cry again, because you don't want to show up all your, you don't want to just be emotional without a solution. And I believe it is time for us to just call it the sorrow, the pain, the struggles up to an end. We want to call them, off. And apart from the education and the healthcare also, is actually going to be totally free. This is something that is actually very workable. A lot of funding will come up from this solution, and it will not totally depend on the government system itself, but it will work with the government system. I would like to emphasize that. So this is something very unique, very new, but it's something I've not seen being shared, and this can only come from us, because why? We are the ones who are suffering. So I believe the healthcare system needs to be revamped totally. Another one thing I'd like to say as a final, but there is more. I'd like to say that sanitary pads will become mandatory to be shared freely in all schools in every county. And this will not be implemented by the government officials. No. This will be done squarely within the solution I'm going to offer, and it's something that will actually create a lot of job opportunities, very real job opportunities. So I'm offering solutions that actually are going to bring a lot of unique changes within the setup of the governance within our country. Something that will be totally uh, attractive and emulated around the world. So watch this space. If you have anyone you know, just share it. Let it be shared until we get one of the presidential candidate to call me for a sitting, and we put this thing into practice. And yeah, I would like to just say, shared world solutions. That's it. Shared world solutions. And thank you for watching.